Hey guys, welcome back. Another day, another dollar, eh? It's a beautiful evening here in Ireland. I've been shifting stuff and just making it ready to install that lift and, you know, get it in the right area, etc. I'll show you now. I'll get into it, yeah? Come on with me. Here's one of its first and many uses, okay? I've got a bench, but if I had had the two-post lift, it would have really, clobbered up the space that I have in the garage. It would have just, those two poles are there and that's it. You can't get, you can get around them, but, So this was, one of the ideas for this lift. So, as you know, I'm just commissioning this lift, and there's going to be a couple of issues. Obviously, one of them has opened itself up to me now. There's a little switch on the control panel, and well, get a bit closer and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay guys, so on this end of the lift here, I'll just show you this. There's like a what's that? What's that? Hey, what is that? Okay guys, so what I've done is I've just investigated it basically, and what we have in here is, I'll just show you this, it'll make a little bit more sense, but this guy, I've just undone it, but this guy basically sits in there, okay, and it bolts. You see the bolt inside in here, right, it bolts through that end of it there, and you have an air line coming to it, air line coming up there, and it goes into the top of it here. Now this pin on the end, it's great to have a bench guys, this pin here on the end, right, goes through this hole here, and you'll see there's some of you will know already, there's a mechanism that goes on the end here for pulling, etc. It's another part of the lift which I haven't shown you yet, but anyways, what seems to be the problem is in either in getting the lift here, which I don't think it did, but it doesn't really matter, it has to be repaired. But so we have this guy and he goes on there, yeah, probably there, that's where it sits comfortably like that, yeah. What I done was I switched over to their metric, and these AF ones, now when I drilled it I had it upside down so that all the chaff and the bars, etc., the drill bits would come out. So now we're going over to AF, which is they're varying in sizes, and that's 2 small and the next one up, because the next one up on this set was too big. So we'll try this one. Sorry, that's way too big anyway. Try this one. So we can't afford to go in and hit the rod inside. So that's the predicament, and that's why I drilled it out a little bit. Right, so now what we can do is stick our nail on the end. So that's about 7 or 8 mil in there at the minute, and the rod is probably 12, so I'm comfortable with going with that. Yeah, that's gripping in. Alright, so they're called easy outs for the, for anyone who might not know that. And like I said, how it works is, it's like it goes in, you twist it to the left, and as it goes, because if you were extracting a bolt or whatever, a broken bolt or stud, it's obviously left, you turn it left to bring it out. So this screws into the left, and as it goes in, you see this is fluted, gets bigger as it goes, so the more it goes in, the tighter it gets on the stud or the broken bolt. And that's principally how it works. Again, I know most guys know all this, but this is for the guy who hasn't done it before. I always say that because, okay, so now it's really tight on it, yeah? So it should, maybe, yeah, something's going. Yeah, okay, you can see that. And I've been off and I've got, I'm hoping that thread is, it should be a standard thread. So that's easy out. Yeah? I'm going to blow this out now. That's basically what's left. You see? We get a grip afterwards and just undo that off of that. Yeah, no damage. Actually, yeah, I'll just give it a quick blowout. And now we have this to fit. There's no problems, and there's like already there's a seal. These are like stainless steel, so when you look down in there, it's like steel all the way through. It's kind of got a black coating on it, but let's just see this. Like I say, it probably happened in transportation or whatever. But when you flick the switch on the control unit, yeah, I think I might have actually ran a little bit of film on that. So that's the repair. We have a spare one got. I actually bought 3 of those, so I have 2 spare, but I only see 2 here now. So that kind of goes with that. And I had a think as well, or a rethink. I've had many thinks about how to sort these wheels out, and I come up with a new plan. So I'll show you that, because we need, like I say, you know, to get the wheels on it and be able to move it around. Okay. Fit that, yeah. Fit that back in. I won't film that, and we'll move on to the wheels. Okay, guys. So if I hit the switch now, there was air leaking before. I'll see if I can stretch you out, but right over there you should can you see that pin? So if you watch here, I don't know if you can actually see in there, but if you keep that in the center of that lift, the end of that lift, you'll see that pin. Okay, so it's not leaking. That seems this side, so I've greased them up. Yeah. And next we need wheels, okay? So I've had a rethink, guys, about this whole situation and the wheel situation and how I'll be able to move this lift around in the future. You've seen these parts before, and I was going to, like I said, I was going to use a whole length of box section in underneath. I showed you that, and I was going to have like a tab up on top here where you would just, you know, twist it sideways, and so it would hold the wheels from falling out. And that idea was okay, but there's quite a bit of fabrication in it, and the wheels would be kind of rendered useless. They'd only be for this lift. These wheels are quite expensive. They're heavy duty, and I was saying in the first video of the this lift and garage upgrade, I was saying that I was going to make a dolly, so I want to be able to use these wheels again. There's 2 swivel and 2 straight, yeah, and I want to be able to use these wheels again, basically. So I was thinking and of how, you know, whatever I make, you know, for these wheels, I wanted to be able to use it again, yeah, as regards the dolly. So here's the plan, right? Here's the new plan. It's a 2-second job to undo these with the gun, right? Lighting isn't, but I've shown you, yeah? And you flip them upside down. So what I'm thinking is, you can see in there how that works, right? That's the mechanism I want. I don't need this piece, and I don't need this plate that's bolted on here, see? So what I'm thinking is, undo these. I have 4 pads like this. There's 4 of these, yeah? The whole thing. There's 4 of. Undo this. End up with this, right? And then this. So that's flush there. And it's flush there. And if I just put attack and attack, same here, attack and attack, just for now, okay? Take this plate off, shove it over a little bit, just for now. That will be adequate. It'll be plenty strong enough to get this job done, to get the lift finally into the garage. So basically that goes upside down, yeah? So I'll show you, I'll set you up and I'll show you. I'll put you on a time warp for a while, just until you see what the plan is now, and that way I'll be able to, I may be able to use these again as regards a dolly, you know, specific for moving stuff around, guys, because I just hate the idea of, yeah, I just don't do it, you know. Everything has to be on wheels for me, everything. I like to be able to move stuff around at ease, you know. It's no big drama, it takes 2 seconds. Wheels is really important. Everything I have has got wheels, or will have wheels. I really can't get over the guts of this lift, guys. I'm just blown away by the strength of everything on it. Yeah, I was just measuring. That's 40 mil. 40 mil by like 3. I'm mixed up with measurements, but 3 inches by 1.5 inches, I think it is. Solid. You know. Anyway, so I'm going to set you up and I'm going to get at this and get these wheels done. Okay. Okay guys, so now you can see what I've done. I've disassembled, yeah, I've disassembled this block from there, yeah. So I'm thinking down the road this block is going to be essential as well, right? And I've cleaned it all up. It has had a bit of a hammering over time, and right, so I'm going to do that with all of them. And this is what I mean by machined. Now this is the side that has never had anything, you know, any damage or anything done to it. It'll be, these are the critical dimensions I was talking about earlier on, etc. So I've got like all new bolts. I need 8, so I've got 6 and 2 here. So you can have that. These were bent, but I've straightened them now, yeah. Everything is spot on again. There's some wear, you can see the wear, but that really is irrelevant. Once the plate is flush fitting, it's only to keep it tight. That's all this plate does. So this part of it is not really critical. The critical piece is this face and this face, yeah, and this face. I haven't got a rule there now, but this stuff, you know. So basically I've just took it back down to the factory finish. You know, there's still print on there. I don't know if you can pick that up or not. You know, there's numbers printed on there. Etc, etc. Yeah. Now there was some hammering done there. Again, that's on the outside face. So again, this is essential, yeah, against this, yeah, and that'll go back in there. So we're not really ruining anything. We're just, you know, being clever, boxing clever, shall we say. So now they wouldn't, you know, freely before, they wouldn't slide up and down the bolts because they were twisted, and you know, so now everything is running smooth, and I'll just give you, and I'll go ahead in and I'll do this to all of it, right? I like to keep you so you can see what's going on. Now it kind of, you know, it works better now, yeah. Nothing wrong with it. So now what I'm saying is this block, okay, will now go in there. Do you understand? See? So we have this turned upside down. We'll turn the 4 upside down, and we'll use this, tighten that up so you can see how that goes. You see? There. So you gun that up. Can't go any place. Just gun it up. Right? And let's do that just to show you how long it takes. So let's get that wheel, and then let's do it with my left hand. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, like I said, it'll be tacked. Yeah. And for now, that's going to be the wheels situation. Yeah. I think that's going to be a success around all 4 corners. That's the leading edge there, so I'll put the 2 swivels on that one, or maybe I'll put the swivels on the back yet, I'm not sure, but just to keep you up to date with how and why and what, yeah. So that's it. That's the reason why I got the new bolts, because they're going to be in the way, yeah, and I don't want to damage them, because that's part of that mechanism that I spoke about before in the last video, yeah, about the lift. So yeah, over here, that's it. I'm restoring the lift really. But yeah, that's what we want, yeah. So we no headaches down the road. And the new bolts, when fully done down, are still short, yeah. So that's what we want, because the plate's going to sit on there, yeah, the wheel. That's how that's going to go now. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, cool. Give you a look at that now, yeah? And then I'll just get on and do the rest of them. I'm gonna shake you around a little bit. Okay. So I think that's as good as we get. Yeah. This flat at the back here, yeah, is the right orientation, because now the weight is up the way instead of down. So I think from an engineering aspect, all is good. Now we've only put like an inch stitch on those, right? So it's just a case of take it back, because I will be using these again. Now all I have to do is lock up these two nuts, apply this method to the rest, turn those upside down, those three left like this, yeah. You see there's big bars there as well, round irons running through. These are locked up now, and just apply it to the rest. Okay. I've just welded up this box section, guys, yeah, so I can't see what you're seeing, but I had record pressed, I thought, and it didn't record, so that's a down hand, yeah. And yeah, so you'll see this in action, right? This is I can't show you here because you won't see it, but that's basically to get us to lift up this lift, a lift for the lift. Just explain that piece. So you can see it's still on the blocks, yeah. And if with forethought, you know, it's got to come off the blocks, obviously. So, and every time I want to jack it up in the future, that's what this guy is for. So he goes in there, yeah, and the jack, obviously the jack is about, you see, that's the jack. So when the lift comes down onto the floor, that guy will go, when the lift comes down onto the floor, it's about 8 inches off the floor at the moment, but we'll be able to put the jack like so, something like that. Just put that in there under it, like that. Now, you see, Okay, so if you watch the wheel of the jack now, or the wheel of the lift I should say, sorry, see, now we're jacking the lift, and the idea is that, yeah, it's loads high, you know, there's like 3 inches under that wheel there, yeah, off the ground. So yeah, basically that's it. We'll be able to get our blocks out now, right? All 4 blocks. The back wheels are on the ground, and our umbilical cord goes up there. So now the next thing I'm thinking of is I'll need a handle, won't I? Or some way of so that's what this tube is. I'm just trying to work out to put a handle on it so that I can actually direct it, you know, because we have the swivel wheels here and the straight wheels are at the back. But we're almost there as regards, you know, having this as a, you know, if I need to get it, if I need to move it, which I'm sure I will in the future, bring it out into the next place. So mobile is important. But you know, that's like I said, it's about 2 ton. It must be getting on for 2 ton. So yeah, it won't be easy to move that any other way. Now what I'm hoping as well is, of course, you've got to be thinking about the undercarriage, you know, underneath. I don't know if I can get you to see what I'm talking about now, but underneath this lift there is that, like, underneath, yeah, and is that going to fall down out of it? So I might temporarily just put a strap around it and strap it, you know what I'm saying? Okay guys, it's a 10 by 1.5 pitch, and I haven't drilled these are already here from the factory. They haven't been used, or this one hasn't been used anyway, I don't think. The yellow paint is still inside it. No need for cutting oil. And the reason these are here is that yeah, there's a machine that goes on here basically. It sits on here. It's probably self-leveling inside it. It's like a laser system type of thing, and it links to your laptop. It's called Spanesi Touch, and that connects. It's kind of got an arm on it with a probe on the end, and you can get like all the dimensions of your said car, whatever car you have, Toyota Corolla for example, and at underneath the front, let's say the front was damaged, it had frontal damage, it would it has this probe basically that hangs off the end here, and you can put it, you know, like on the subframe at certain locations on the subframe of the car, and you can check, you know, it'll already have pre-installed, it'll have the dimensions of that said car, all cars. I mean, wow. So these are already, so I've got bolt holes now, right? They were a little stiff, tight, right? And like you saw already, I've got this piece that's going to go in here. I'm not using the pin mechanism because the umbilical cord and the control unit won't be following me around, etc. That'll all have to be loaded up and it'll be unplugged, so I'm not using this pneumatic pin in here that I replaced and fixed or whatever. So I'm thinking this is for lifting the lift, and I'm going to put a plate here. That's what I'm about to do, and maybe like this, yeah, and it'll bolt on there, and it'll just keep this in situ. Also going to put I'm going to put a handle on here, right, so that I can push the lift back and forth. And you know, the two wheels are on here now. The swivel wheels are up on the front of it here, and I'm putting the handle on this end. This end of the lift is identical to the other end, so the other end has everything exactly the same down here as well, so it can be used either end. Since that the lift is facing this way, I'm thinking I'll wheel it down here and into the garage. I'm also thinking that I might use, or maybe we'll see, I'm just always thinking stuff, guys, yeah, so that I can wheel it around in the garage temporarily, but maybe that won't happen, you know, while I'm putting up the sheeting, because that's what this is about. Okay, if you remember, I was telling you that the machine, the little guy that I had for putting up the sheeting in the attic and stuff, that's gone off higher now, so, but we've got this, and the lift will do it as well, yeah. I know you're saying, but you'll need two people. One would be on the control panel putting the lift up, and I'll be on the lift. No, I'll put the lift up to a certain height, and I'll be able to use a ladder, etc., and work that way. So we're going to make this plate up. I might put you on time lapse, and we'll push through it and get this piece done and get the handle piece done, right? So we need a handle, and that's it. Let's get done with it. Okay guys, get you a little closer and show you what I'm up to. So this link to box section here is going to be, I'll make a handle out of that, yeah, so I can pull it and push it around the place, because that's what you do with lifts, isn't it, in a garage. Now, so you saw what I was doing off of this parent material here. I got a cut, I squared it up, and drilled it, bolted it. I explained how the bolt holes became there. So, and on the offcuts, which worked out kind of nice, I've got these pieces here, so I'm going to weld these up now. I don't know if that's bad lighting or what. So yeah, it's poor lighting on that side, isn't it? Shadows in the sun, eh? Yeah, so that's what we're at. So I'll weld these up along the outside now, and up across this here, the shoulder kind of thing. Weld around here, around the back side there, and again on the outside here, and up here. It's not really a strong plate, but it doesn't need to be. It's bolted, it's only for the pull, you know, when you pull the lift, etc. So there isn't going to be an awful lot of pressure on it, and this certainly isn't going to tear, you know, by two 10mm bolts. Or are they 12mm? Yeah, the tap was 10, wasn't it, by 1.5. So yeah, I've other ideas as well, guys, for later down the road, you know. Actually thinking about a tow hitch, right? So that's something to be, where would you be towing it? Yeah. So I'll get back to you when I've welded it up, and I may as well cut this now as well. Yeah, and offering that, cut that at 34 inches, and then put just a T-handle on it. And then I think we're going to strap up the bed so that the bottom don't fall out of it, if you know what I mean. I kind of explained that already. And then I think the wheels are on, so you saw wheels are on now, yeah, you saw that. So yeah, two swivels on the front and two straight on the back. We'll call it the back for now, yeah. Like I said, it's identical here across at the back. So our new piece down at the other end of the lift there now will also accommodate here. We have holes here. These holes look like, well, there was no paint in them, so maybe, but I don't think he had the touch machine. That would be nice, but way too advanced really for VW stuff. With the modern technology, yeah, I mean modern cars from Volkswagen would be okay, but yeah, the vintage stuff that we'd be at, no need for it, I don't think. But like I said, if one came up and it was cheap and it was like, yeah, it'd be good, I'm sure Samba could put up all the details and the measurements of the, yeah, so that's it. It's all working now. I was going to use this mechanism for this, you know, but it was like, really it was overkill. And the bar that goes in there, I'll show it to you, it's like the width, it's the width of that opening. Yeah, so we don't have that in the box here, and it's just getting too carried away with it. And then, like I say, you know, the lift will be disconnected, and that's it in its state at the minute. So that's the way it is, really. You know what I mean is, it's not plugged in. It is plugged in at the minute and all the rest of it. But even when it's not, when it's switched off, that's the way. That's its state. You have to hit the switch on the control unit to have it do otherwise. But yeah. Okay, guys. So there we go. We've got our handle. Yeah. Pretty much complete now. I think we're pretty much done on here now. So yeah, that's the idea from underneath. Just put these corners here. It needs to be painted now. But yeah. Yeah. So that's the way. Jeez, I really have to go back far with this camera. Yeah. Just painted now, I think. She's seen, yeah, I explained all that about the bolts, and so yeah. This section is about 34 inches long, yeah, so This is the moment of truth, guys. I'm just wondering, it's so dark. You can still see me, it's good. Okay. Let's get this baby in the garage, eh? As promised. See if it works. Okay, we've got a left. Now we've got a right. And we've got a runaway train, it looks like, to feed the weight on it. Wow. Maybe I'll get it in like this, huh? Just keep it going round and round. Ah. Jesus. I'm not going to be able to pull that into the garage. Oh. Wow. Some weight on it, boys and girls. Jesus. I don't believe it. That's disappointing. I was really looking forward to pushing that in. Oh man. I really was. I reckon bust. Okay, I'm gonna have to shut you down, guys, and have a think about what I can do with it. Anyway, it's mobile, right? Shit. Some other idea, guys. How disappointing is that, hey? Another reason to get a winch in the garage or something so I can pull stuff in and out. Okay. Bye for now. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, as usual. And if you enjoyed it, hit the like. If you haven't subscribed, then click that one as well. And if you want to follow on with this shop upgrade, then click the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on the continuity. That's it until the next one, I suppose. It's late at night. And so until the next one, guys. Ciao.